Okay, so this is some bull crap. It's Friday. It's spring break now. I just did the last day of school. This week has been probably one of the most stressful weeks of my entire life. Let me give you the breakdown. So, in theater, every month we're supposed to do play reports. Like, we're supposed to read a play and fill out a form on them. And it asks you questions like, what's the rising action, how is the conflict resolved, blah 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 blah. So, I did my play report on, let me start over. I did 2 play reports for the past 2 months, and the first one was on the bad seed. The day I check the bad seed out, I lose it in Mr. Shower's room. And he doesn't feel like searching his room for it, so I knew the story from the movie version. So I was like, whatever, I'll just do it. And so that happened, and I did it on the movie version. And then for last month's play report, we had to turn it in like last Friday. I did it on the Crucible. I read the Crucible, but I got all confused about the beginning, so I just fill it out. And then on Tuesday, Miss P, the theater teacher, comes in, and she's like, Becca, you only watched the movie on the bad seed, so you have to do 2 play reports by Friday. And I was like, okay, you know, thinking that she wasn't gonna grade the next play reports, you know. And then on Wednesday she comes in and she's like, if I don't call your name, this means that you need to turn in more play reports. And so she's reading all these names of people who turn in the play reports, and she doesn't call mine. And I was like, excuse me? Like, what's going on? And she's like, you watched the movie of The Crucible. And I was like, I read The Crucible. And she's like, how does it start? And I told her how I thought it started, and I guess I was wrong. So I had to do 4 play reports in the matter of like 48 hours by Friday. I finished 2 of them yesterday and turned them in yesterday. And then I finished 2 last night, and I was going to turn them in today. We have a sub today. It's this lady who I have all the time, and she doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't show up to class for like 15 minutes, so we're all just standing there like freaking out. So I just take my play reports, and I tell everyone, hey, if you have play reports to turn in today, let's just go pin them up on Miss P's bulletin board outside of her office. So we pin them to the bulletin board. There's like 7 play reports, and this kid Trevor turned in a play review. And so, you know, class starts, the sub shows up, and then I realize I didn't do a section of my play report. Like, there's this part where you have to fill out an advertisement, and I didn't do that on either one of my play reports. So I rush backstage, and I look at the bulletin board. Everything's gone but Trevor's play review. Play review's still there. Play report's gone. I was pissed. So I'm freaking out now. Now I have, it was me, Brian Durs, and Sarah Buchanan looking for these play reports. I go up to Brian and I'm like, Brian, where did you put the play reports? And he's like, I just pinned mine on top of yours. And I'm like, well, they're not there anymore. And he's trying to prove to me that he actually pinned them up there. I'm like, I believe you, Brian, but the fact is that they're not here. I'm not saying you took them. And so Brian calls Miss Pepitone, who is at a theater festival with all the other kids, and goes, we pinned up our play reports, but now they're not there. And she goes, well, you better find them or else you're gonna get shot. I think she was making it up, you know. Like, I think she thought that we were making it up, that, oh, the play reports are gone. So we get Sarah, and Sarah calls Miss Pepitone, and she's like, yeah, everything is taken but Trevor's play review. So in a matter of 10 minutes, from me, Brian, and Sarah pinning our play reports up there, and then me forgetting about something, someone took them. I don't understand. Why do you need to steal 7 play reports? It is ridiculous. You know, I mean, Miss P finally said that we have over the holidays to turn in, to do our play reports over again, and then to, you know, turn them into our Monday morning when we get back, which is fine, but like, it's like I went through all this stress and all this crap for nothing. And if I find out who stole our play reports, I'm gonna punch someone in the face. I almost lost it. So, whoever you are, you can just go suck it!